doing couples counseling when you're in a functional freeze doesn't make any sense because you can't feel anything. The only way through is to feel. Is to feel your anger, is to cry. I want you to start seeing tears as a very critical component to self-regulation. If you don't believe me, look at your children. When your kid is like really sad or angry, and then they all of a sudden go and surrender into their tears, their nervous system feels and goes up the ladder from freeze to sympathetic to ventral. So in other words, the dorsal is the deepest, lowest part of the ladder. It's deep survival. This is hibernation. In order for us to go from dorsal upwards, we need activation energy. So it's an upgrade going from despair to anger. A lot of the work that I'm doing with people who are stuck in a freeze state, dissociative collapse, is getting them to feel the anger that they've been gaslighting because their family system said it's not a good girl to be angry. So instead of being angry, all this anger is there, but they internalize it. And the internalized anger of the little child goes inward. That's a form of trauma. It turns into depressive disorders later on. Chronic fatigue, autoimmune, depression. That's just anger turned inward. Being told you're too emotional, so you stuff that in, you'll go into a protective freeze so that you don't feel the shame of your anger. So in other words, in order to heal our relationships, you're like, oh, should I stay or go? That's not the real problem. My invitation for you is to see the real problem is how you relate to your own fucking emotions. Because if you don't know how to relate to those and to regulate those, now you're in a marriage with somebody else who has equally is inept as doing that as you are. And now it's a fucking clusterfuck.